Hey everybody, welcome back. I was just digging around in my stuff, doing some organizing, and thought, you know what, I'm gonna turn the camera on. So I was getting ready to set up for soldering, trying to get everything organized the way I want it, and it dawned on me that I had made this a couple years ago. And what this is a battery operated solder extractor, smoke extractor basically. So all I did was I took a fan and glued it to this box that I cut a hole in and put a switch on it, and it sucks in fumes, blows them out the back through that charcoal, and yeah, gets rid of the fumes. Believe it or not, it works for cigarette smoke too, so if anybody smokes, that's kind of a good idea. But anyways, it just takes up too much real estate. So what I thought we would do is make a new one. Make one that takes a little bit less space, and I can put it back here when I'm soldering, and just, desk is getting crowded, so anyway, that's what I want to do today. And this is a 3-wire, so we'll play with that and see how it goes. And, safety third. Gotta have that. So, yeah, that's the plan. This one, I'm just gonna, take it apart. Not on video, there's no point. It's just, it's pretty simple. Battery, switch, and a fan. Really nothing to it. 12 volts, boom. Alright, so I'm getting the power set up so we can play with that. And, here's a little tip for you in case you didn't know. If you pull your screw terminals off of your banana female, you can put the insulated banana jacks from your multimeters into your tester. There you go, just like that. Okay, we're finally set up to test the fan. I'm going to go ahead and I believe black is center. Oh no, red is center. Okay. I'm going to turn this thing on. That puts out pretty good current. Let's try this side. And we don't get nothing on that side. And this one has a light in it, so that'll be good. Okay, cool. So center, red, and black. Oh, duh. Alright. We'll shut that off. So the idea is, what we're going to do is get this thing set up how we want it. We're going to give it power. And then we're going to find some screws to fit this, which I'll have to dig off camera. And then we'll put this on here. And it will suck the fumes out, and we'll put this on the suction side, so, or exhaust side, sorry. But anyways, the idea is this is carbon, this is carbon sponge, carbon filter, however you want to word it. It's pretty thin. I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see through it, so I may double it. It depends on how strong the fan is. The fan doesn't seem to be that strong, so I might go a different route with that. Okay, I'm back, and not frustrated anymore. Okay, so yeah, dump this out. That was great. Gave me the bright idea. I know if you guys deal with anything, you definitely have stuff like this that you keep in a little jar on your desk. Problem is, when you dump it out, what a pain to pick it up. So what I think I'm going to do is build a small electromagnet, and I can just turn on the power supply, pick them all up, hold it over to the jar, turn it off, boom, done. Just way easier. So anyway, now that I'm back, I found out that after digging through all those, that normal self-tapping sheet metal screws will work right here perfectly. So I'm just using the edge of the sheet metal screw to hold these in. Now, we'll give it a little test, just to make sure it's working. Oh yeah, it's working good. Alright. Put this on. And we can put this on, keep our fingers from getting all choppy-choppied. There, perfect. Now, that's somewhere you guys can see it anyway. I'm going to turn on the soldering iron. Grab a little bit of solder. And you know, if you guys wanted to make one of these and just leave it hooked to your power supply, you could do that. But if you see the fumes, those are really bad for you, even though I've been breathing, you know, most of my life, but it does a really good job of just so it sucks it right out of there. And if I don't get enough out of it, I'll put another filter on, and hopefully that'll take care of it. But, so yeah, that's basically what I was wanting to do. Shut that off. So my plan is, I want this to run off a USB. So I can take something like this beat up. I think I'm gonna tear this apart and do something about it. But I found this like outside. I was just walking down the road and there it was. So it is beat up, but it works. Yeah, good deal. So it works, but I used alcohol on it. Even alcohol didn't work. It's still kind of weird, sticky, like the sun did something to it. I don't know. But anyway, I want to be able to run this off of like any USB thing. Eventually I'm going to have a 7-port USB thing, or 10-port, I think it's 7 though, up here, so I can just plug stuff in and it's got switches on it. Matter of fact, here, I'll show you. It is. Okay, so here it is. This is a VMont USB 3.0 hub, and you can get these off of Amazon. Obviously made in China, but you can get these off of Amazon for like 10 bucks, and they're perfect for power and stuff, because when you plug them in, actually here, oh, it is off, okay. So when you plug them in and you turn them on, it tells you, you know, you got power to that port. So I use one on my computer. So like when I'm, you know, using one of my external hard drives, I just turn them on and off. I don't really let them run all the time, which A, makes them last longer, and B, save, you know, a tiny bit of power. So anyway, that's the plan with these. So I'm going to end up having this on my desk someplace, but there's so much other stuff I got to do right now. Alright, I'm back, and just remembered I got this in the mail. Another thing I got on Fume like a couple months ago that finally showed up. I guess it was on back order, I don't know. But it's just one of them things that I've been needing for a while. Put off getting because, well, I put off getting. So I'm pretty sure that everybody knows what that is. So this is for soldering wires, and normally I use that, and to be honest, I am just not a big fan. It's like 30 or 40 years old, and it's just not working real good anymore. But I keep it around because every now and then it just fits the bill. So I'll put it back up there for now. But I wanted something a little bit more up to date, and now I have it. So hopefully I can do this much easier. We're going to need a little bit of this. Okay, well, that's actually kind of amazing. A little lightweight, made out of plastic. Might mount it to a block of wood or something, just to keep it a little bit sturdier, but hey, for now, it's good. We are good. Let's get our leaded solder, because we don't like that other crap. And yeah, I changed my tip. I forgot. I was making batteries the other day, and well, I'm not making batteries. I was putting new ends on my RC car batteries. That's the big tip's the one I use. So that was like way easier than using the alligator clips. We'll go ahead and put that right back in. Just a little piece of that. So I don't know if I've ever said anything, but I live in a trailer. So, I'm not like a rich dude or anything, whatever, like some of these people. I'm just an old dude that likes to do stuff. And I live in a trailer. Not rich, don't have a ton of money. But my office, which is where we're at right now, is in a small bedroom. It's only it's a 2-bedroom mobile home. It's a big 2-bedroom, like 14 by 70, but it's a mobile home. And the main bedroom is huge, 15 by 20 with a 15 by 10 bathroom. So it takes up like a third of the house literally as our bedroom. And the other bedroom is, because it's just me and my wife, we don't, all the kids are grown. So the other bedroom is quite small. Basically 15 by 10, but it's got a big closet and 4 or 5 tool chests and a desk that goes along an entire wall. So it's kind of crampy in here. But so my stuff, it's really hard to have like in my hands access. I'm constantly have to get up to get stuff, and I'm slowly working on making that better. One day we're going to move. This is not our forever home. Our plan is to go north, and we're in Michigan. So Michigan's very expensive, especially in Detroit, which is, we're not in Detroit, but we're close enough. And son of a gun. That's alright. It'll be okay. Anyway, we're near Detroit, and it just sucks here. But we were here for work, and now I don't work. which is also good. And we'll get the heat gun out. Why are you not shutting off? Alright, there you go. And I blew it. Well, that's just part of the fun stuff when you're, you know, doing your own thing and figuring it out. And I learned all this stuff all on my own. Nobody taught me. I didn't go to school for it. I learned about electricity and building houses and woodworking comes with building houses, and you just kind of get into it. Knife making, taught myself how to, smelt metal. I learned by myself. All these hobbies I do, auto mechanics. I actually became a licensed heavy duty mechanic for a while, and was certified to work on semis and bulldozers and stuff like that before I got hurt again. And so now I'm here. But anyways, part of this YouTube thing is learning and making mistakes. So if you're watching this, probably my buddy Unibyte, he probably already saw what I did wrong, and I didn't tell anybody. The fan's a 12 volt, so slamming it into a 5 volt power supply is probably not going to do a whole lot. It does work, however. I mean, just not real good. So the intention, which is why I started running wires everywhere, is to use a boost converter inline and boost the signal to 12 volts, and then everything will be hunky-dory. And I'll have an adjustment. I can turn it up or down. If it needs a little bit more, I'll give it a little more. If it needs a little less, I'll take it a little less. But anyway, now that I blew that all out of proportion, I need to take a fiber, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. Alright, so I got my boost converter. Buck converter does it down. Anyway, if you don't know what a boost converter is, these are from 3 to 35 or 33 volts, and basically you put anything from 3 to 30 volts into it, and you can put out of it equal or more. So what we're doing is our input is 5 volts because USB is 5 volts, and I set our output to 12.5 volts. A half a volt isn't going to matter, plus it might be a little bit of loss once you put once you hook the fan up. So, and I already set this. To set it, it's real easy. You give it power, which I did with my power supply. But if you don't have a power supply, you can hook up your positive and negative, because it tells you input positive, input negative. You can hook those up to a USB A and plug it into any power bank or USB port, and that's going to be 5 volt input. And then you take your meter and you put it on the output on DC volts, and you adjust this tiny little screw right here, one way or the other, according to how many volts you want. And once you get it set on your meter, you just stop there, and then you can hook up your output wires. And for us, our output wires are going to be the fan. So we're set up, and I did this ahead of time because I didn't feel like you would actually want to watch me struggle to put those tiny wires in those tiny ass little holes, because if you notice, they're tiny. They are little bitty. But we got that. So we're going to go ahead and solder it together. And then we'll hook up our output. Excuse me. And we'll hook up our output, and then we'll test it with the power bank. And if all's good, we'll just use a little bit of hot glue and glue it to the top of it. So if it goes bad, or we have any other, adjustments we might want to make, done. So these boost converters are cheap, mega cheap. Like, you can get those for well, now that the tariffs have changed and everything coming from China's a little bit more, you can still get them pretty cheap, like a couple bucks a piece or even less. I know I don't use AliExpress. I've been looking, considering using it. A lot of people do, and I notice on there you can get this stuff super cheap, but I'm pretty sure you have to pay attention to the shipping. Like, you have to do okay, take 10,275. Really having a rough day today. Anyway, it wasn't working because I had it completely wired backwards. Input to output, output to input. Right after I told you make sure you got it right. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why, but this camera makes you really nervous. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but I do. It gets me all worked up. So anyways, now that it is wired properly, we can plug it into our 5-volt power supply, and kaboom. We now have a fan that's blowing the correct direction, thankfully. I think it even has a light on it. Look at that. It even has a light. Isn't that special? Sorry about that. I guess I should have warned you. Light went out and the light is coming back on. Alright, so now we got it. That's what we wanted. Well, like I said, a little bit of hot glue maybe? What do you think? Yeah, I think a little hot glue will do the job. Okay, so if you're into electronics or anything similar, one of these is like your second best friend. Because, I mean, if you have a wife, kind of gotta, you know what I'm saying? But, then we got this. We are going to, I think right there on the corner is good. We'll also put a little hot glue on these connections to cover them and make sure that they don't get like accidentally hit, because I mean, we work with wire and crap, so you never know. And well, that, my friends, is not how you make a fume extractor, smoke extractor, whatever you want to call it. That is how you make a really messed up video about how to make one. So anyway, we have it. Ours is USB powered and it is good to go. Waiting for this glue gun to heat up. Do we have glue yet? Yes, we do. Alright. Get a little glue up here. Hot glue's cheap. We can afford to use a lot, right? We'll just go ahead and put a whole bunch on here. Come on now. Don't stop. Maybe I should get a new one. This trigger's kind of really janky. Alright. Let's glue you down. That'll work. Put a little bit of glue on the connections. A little bit more over here. I learned that a while back. I don't know if you guys know about that little trick, but if you spin it like that, it'll twist off your stringies, like where I didn't do it. Like all these strings. leave them, you can get rid of them. And put this somewhere to cool. Oh my God. Behind me on my toolbox I have a little bucket that I keep it in. I just throw it in that bucket. It's good to go. Alright, here we go. One last shot. And fans on. And we have that. And the really good thing, you know, one more thing. There's always one more thing, right? The really good thing about having it powered by 5 volts is that, well, nowadays every car has USB outlet, even like it might be on the stereo for all you know. They all have them outlets everywhere. And even if they don't, like you don't have power on the car, but you need to do some soldering, some wire repair, all you need is a battery pack. And you got a solder extractor so you don't stink up the car, because people get really upset when you put odors in their car. Ask me how I know. So, alright folks, that is a rebuilt fume extractor. So we went from wherever I put it, right here, and I keep hitting that light. So we went from this on my desk, which, can you see it? Okay, yep, to this. So I hope that helped somebody. I don't know, there's probably, well, there's a ton of videos on how to make a fume extractor. I don't know, this is just cheap, down, dirty, and it's 5 volt, which is like, how can you compete? It's a 5 volt, you can take it anywhere and use it. So I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, bye.